I believe we are live.
Prove it. Let's see. Oh, there we are. It says notify me.
Yeah, mine doesn't come up. Does yours show up?
Nope. Oh, there we go. There, we're live.
Okay. Or maybe it takes a few minutes.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Good. So, chat. Keys.
So,
Good.
did you trade last night at all?
No, I did not trade.
Let's pull up the trade that I did take. It was oh my god, look at 61.50. Again, Christine, this is just a prime example of good morning, everybody. We're just getting going here, so whoever's watching, I see there's a few people already showed up. Good morning, how are you guys? I was actually going to show Christine a trade that I took in the overnight session that if I had left it alone, again,
Really? You did this again?
I took profits, so I'm fine.
Okay, you're
But
fine.
instead of taking 8 points, I would have took 36 points out of it.
Oh,
But these are one of those things in hindsight you just got to look at and be,
no big deal.
no, not at all.
I mean, it hurts a little bit. Hurts a smidge. Okay, well, we've opened, and that's a gap up. Just FYI.
We can look at this later.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice one.
I didn't know if we were going to get much higher than this, 61.20 area last night where it kind of popped. So that's where I took profits. But there was nothing on Bookmap above that, so I couldn't really see anything. So
Right.
I wasn't interested, and it was like a weird pin that popped where I took profit. So I was like, that's okay, I'm out. I'll take the $300 and run.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson hard last time.
You just left it. You went to bed, and you woke up with money in your pocket.
Exactly.
Sounds like a nice-
Four times the amount of money in my pocket, but
So what are you expecting this morning, Randy?
I don't know. I usually when we get when price pulls up like this in the overnight session for me, and then we get this brief, like what was it? The London session is where you started to get some volatility, and that price did pull back. But with that support of the overnight VWAP the whole time, like if you look at this,
Yeah.
right, the buyers have been in control again all night. On Bookmap, we have actually a large set of orders sitting at 61.35 and some sitting at 61.40. So again, I could see a bit of a pullback. I noticed Austin did write something in the BSC about, he put a little tweet about Powell's testimony, and
Yes.
there was some negative news in there, I believe, but I don't know. I think until even yesterday, I launched some missiles, and we had a brief slide, but what happened after that,
Huge bounce.
right? And it's just, I don't know. Like, I kind of want to get long right now.
Oh. Well, you can if you want. Don't let me stop you. News today that we have to be looking out for. Of course, I didn't write the times down. We have Fed Chair Powell testifies, and yellow folder or orange folder, I guess, is CB consumer confidence, which I don't remember if that really does anything in the market or not.
So, good morning, guys. Good morning, Charles. Good morning, Noble C's. And good morning, Keith. Glad you guys showed up. Appreciate the support.
Yeah, if Keith wasn't here, it was going to be a sad day.
I think Keith was going to be here, ride or die. Yeah, I would, to be honest, I think having, that move up and then that pullback coming into the session here into the New York Open, I would just kind of just hang tight for a bit and let the volatility shake out if there is any.
Yeah,
It's,
I was looking at my trades. I think we were talking about this yesterday, Randy, the last 4 days. Maybe it was with Thomas. The last 4 days, my first trade has been red. So my major goal today is to not have the first trade be a loser, which really just means I need to kind of slow down, take a minute, and really take the best possible trade, especially for my first trade.
that's the hard part. I think that's what we all struggle with is just patience. Good morning, Gino. Good to see you. How's dad life?
Morning.
We are at the point right now with Miles where he is 2 nights in a row has leaked, his diaper's leaked. So we got to go up a size.
Sure do.
And I think he's already like in a 6, which is like a big diaper for him. But I don't know.
Do they make them bigger than that?
Yeah, I don't. You gotta ask Hillary these questions. I do not know the answers. Yeah, I'm kind of. I think if we hold.
Randy?
Sorry?
Are you thinking long?
Oh yeah, for sure. There's no reason. What gives you the reason to not think long? Like we would have to break this, overnight VWAP, and then even this pin. Like I guess this 5:30 a.m. news or 8:30 a.m. news. Like take that pin out. Like I think you got to get below 6,100 to be really short. To be honest, unless you want to, you're looking for a scalp down to 6,100. But other than that, I can't see any bearish bias at all. I love it, Gino. There's just something about being
It's in the game, right? Your mind, like if you're away from it for too long, that's what happens to me. I just need to like hear people talk about trading if I'm not, at the desk doing it.
yeah, like really, I don't know. I think. Do we have any other news coming in today?
No, but this is at 10 as the major news, the red folder news.
Mm-hmm.
I have an hourly level on my chart, whether it means anything or not. But it was rejected previously, and then it was kind of that area where we topped out just recently. So whether or not that breaks through it, I don't know. If it rejected there, then I think I'm looking at a different playbook for this morning, but we'll see what happens.
What was that level again you were saying on the hourly?
I have it. It kind of starts at 61.28 and goes to 61.36.
Interesting.
Look back to Wednesday the 11th, we like pinned aggressively off of it, and then just in pre-market we kind of rejected the top of it.
Oh yeah, I see it. Interesting. Interesting.
And those levels are based off weekly and hourly.
What is NQ doing right now? I have not had a gander at that yet this morning. Again, NQ just held its overnight VWAP to a T.
Gander. Take a gander at NQ.
Don't like my lingo?
Start trading it.
Yeah. I'm really liking the longs, to be honest.
What accounts are you trading this morning?
I am trading right now. I will be trading actually because I traded this 150K account. As you can see, I made $300.
Yep.
I got about $3,000 left to draw down in this account. I had some good days and bad days, but I'm gonna actually trade my 50Ks, my 7 accounts. So I'm up 600, 560 in these ones. I'm looking for 250 to $500 a day, even 150.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the move. So we got 7 minutes till the opening range sets. Who's trading in the chat? I know Keith said he's driving. Gino's got his little baby. And yeah, so Charles, you trading? And what about you? No. Oh, it's Nina. I was like, Noble Seas, and then I see it says, "Good morning, Randy. Nina's landed." Nina is in Rwanda, I believe.
Nice.
So we got some out of town guests joining us today, which is pretty cool.
Out of town. Aren't we all out of town?
Well, you and I are in the same country, other sides of the country, complete opposite ends. Yeah, I don't know if we can hold this New York view up again here. I might look to get long.
Yeah.
But we might not even come back to it. NQ is flirting with it, so what's the Meg 7s doing? Yeah, they're all pretty much green. Tesla's down 1%.
Google gapped up today.
Yeah, you're much better with the stocks than I am. How do the Meg 7s look?
I don't know. None of them, to me, look like they're shooting for the moon.
They're all above their New York VWAP? Or, sorry, all above the overnight view? Or there isn't even an overnight VWAP with them? Should I take that back?
No, they all have VWAPs, but I always just look up at the open, like instead of looking if they're green for the day, because if they gapped up, they would potentially be green, but they could be moving down. So you just have to kind of check. Like Google, for example, is green on the day, and it's just at its New York VWAP. So we'll see what it does there. Tesla, let me move this, is below its VWAP, which is not surprising. It had a really big move up the other day.
I think
I'm bouncing off its VWAP. Nvidia's bouncing off its VWAP. Apple's looking choppy. Amazon's bouncing off its VWAP.
I got long.
You got long?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was too busy talking.
I know.
That's okay. I'll wait for the
It's
entry number.
I think it's a little bit of a FOMO trade, so I just feel like I missed my entry already. So
It's not bad. I mean, if I wasn't trying to control myself at the open, I think a great entry would have been on that 6 candle, that strong push off of the VWAP. That's a pretty classic entry.
yeah.
Can't really fault anyone.
But I wanted to be in 2 minutes earlier on when I was originally saying I liked the trade.
Yeah.
And I'm looking to get out at, let's call it 34. So I'm not even getting a full 10 points out of this move. Not stoked about it, but it is what it is. So what am I? 61.26.
I mean, we are above yesterday's high of day, potentially getting above pre-market high, which would, I mean, be really good for longs.
Charles, no trading yet. So with the trailing drawdown, I will be really aggressive here. If we get back above this 61.30, I'll bring my stop into profit and trail it. Because roughly, once I get above 61.30, I'll be eating into my drawdown quite a bit. Like right now, I've eaten into $70 of my drawdown. On a 2K account, you do that 20 times, you blow the account. So.
Right. Yeah, I've never traded with a trailing drawdown, so.
It takes a little bit to wrap your head around it, but it forces you to take profits aggressively.
Nice.
Right? So I'd probably be looking for this to come back down to the New York VWAP, if anything. And if it broke the New York VWAP, I'd just be out of it. Because you have to add that what you're losing in profit of your drawdown. You have to add that to your total risk.
Right.
So if I'm risking 250 and I go 100 into profit and I let it come all the way back, I'm down 350.
Okay.
That's at least how I trade the trailing drawdown.
Right.
So let's see if we can take these. Are we going to take these 30s? And Q looking good.
2 more minutes before the opening range sets.
Can you hear poor Miles in the background? He's still teething pretty hard.
No, I can't hear him at all.
Yeah, he just woke up.
Yeah, I won't be surprised if my kids bust in here this morning. They had a really tough time. They just wanted to be with me this morning.
Did you guys go to a petting zoo yesterday? Or did Andrew take him to a petting zoo?
It wasn't a petting zoo. It was this like market, and they happened to have goats there. The biggest goats I've ever seen. And one of the goats' name is Frankie, and my daughter's name is Frankie, so it was pretty cute.
Yeah, see, I didn't love that rejection off of the 30s. Now this 15-minute candle's gonna print. It's gonna give me some grief. Yeah, we have a place on the island called Goats on the Roof, and all these goats live on the roof of the store. And like it gets so busy that people just want to see these goats on a roof. It's pretty funny.
Yes. Okay. New 15-minute candle just opened. Above.
I like this push up to
the high
35. Let's see if we can take these 30s now. So I need to find a better way to show you guys my chart because I do all my analysis on TradingView, and I'm wondering if I open up a paper trading account on TradingView so I can take the same trade at the same time I'm in it. Because this doesn't. What does this tell you guys, that I'm in a trade? That's all you see? Like that's all.
Yeah. And then you could always flip back and just show the people how you're managing your stock. I don't know.
Jose, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Hello, Jose. Good morning.
So what do you guys think about the, can I get the chat's opinion here on the Project X chart versus TradingView when you guys are seeing me in a trade? Would you rather see me on Project X and see the P&L, or would you rather see my thesis on TradingView? There you go. Thanks, Brandon.
Project X. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people trade on Project X now, so it's very familiar. You gotta go streamer mode. Did you go streamer mode? So it hides your details, which I still don't understand. What's the point of that?
I'm not hiding anything.
Yeah. Good job, Randy.
See, I don't like how we stalled out. We filled those orders at 30 and price just stalled here for a sec, so.
I would love to. Can I share a chart in the chat? Can you do that here?
I'm going to figure out how to, I think I'm going to set up, and the other thing I want to say to the chat, I'm going to set up StreamYard, I believe. I'm doing everything right now in OBS. It's free software, so I had to make all this stuff on my own and draw all this stuff in Canva, but unfortunately I can't be spending money on StreamYard at the moment, so when I can afford it, I will switch to it. It just makes it a much easier, then Christine can share her screen and all that, so I need to figure out how to do that in OBS, and I haven't sorted that right at the moment, so it's on the list. Be patient, please. This is a work in progress, and trust me, the final product will be amazing. everybody will be stoked. See, again, like we just stalled here at 30.
So I'm kind of looking at a few options here.
You're looking for a rejection off of the top of the opening range high? You gonna fade me?
No.
You can.
I don't know if this is going to make sense.
What's everybody in the chat doing? Anybody in a trade? Everybody flat still?
Will people be able to see that if they don't have... Are you allowed to share links?
Yeah, you can share whatever you want.
I don't know if
You can put your trading view chart in YouTube. NQ is just sitting above its opening range high, and ES is starting to reject off of it. Just wait for some news to come in now, knowing my luck.
Well, at 10 o'clock.
That's still 10 minutes away. It was so funny. There was, I don't know who came out yesterday and said, if everything just stays the way they are, they're ready for a rate cut. It was one of the Fed speakers. And the market jumped on it, and then now Powell's saying no rate cuts. So right now I'm down almost $100 in drawdown, even though I'm $6 in. That's how the trailing drawdown works.
That's so confusing.
So if you look at my balance is 500. My drawdown is 48,655. So it should be, it's $1,900 left. And look now. Let's see if we can find some support at the New York view up, guys. This is why I say when you trade with a trailing drawdown, you got to make sure you take profits aggressively. And I'm going to get stumped right out here.
If you're looking on the 15-minute, this could potentially be making a lower high.
Yeah, in the 15 minutes, it's since the London session, it's been making lower highs and higher lows.
But NQ is still at its New York as well. Sometimes I find you really have to wait until NQ gets down to its New York VWAP. Like, let's say ES was there first, but NQ is there as well. So
Let's see if we can hold this. So sorry guys, I moved my stop down because I was just, when I set it on Project X, I didn't have it set right. I wanted it set at 61.15. Just below the overnight view up, because that's been just a key level of support, as you can see on the 15-minute chart here. Price has been holding that nicely, so that's my last line of defense. We take that. I'm not looking at the bottom of the opening range. I think if we take this overnight view up with any strength, you could start looking for that move down to 6,100 that I was saying.
bull is below its opening range now.
Were you able to share your markup, Christine?
I mean, I put something in there, but I think might have to be like a
Let's put a anchored VWAP on.
not very technical. Can't figure these things out.
Let's see if we can get a little push up here. I've been actually playing with the 2-minute chart just to take some of the noise out of it, because the 1 minute can get a little noisy. Yeah, so I think I am. The overnight VWAP is at here. So let's see what happens. The fun and excitement of day trading.
I kind of like it for a short, but
You like it for a short?
we'll see.
So what I don't like for the short at the moment is even just looking at, I've been paying attention to the pins too. Maybe I do it too much, but like a pin like this, like where the sellers get,
I wouldn't short. Now that I see it on your screen.
But bookmap could be, as like I said, when you have nothing underneath you, it could slide too, because then you have nothing to support price. And if the sellers put their foot on the gas, like the CVD has now been cut in half since that high. So it, to where it pulls back to, right? There's really, it's no man's land.
Yeah.
So we just need to catch some lift here. We need to find some support, I think, and then, get back above this New York. This is where I think Austin's strategy of just level to level, getting in at this long down here at the New York VWAP and taking profits at the opening range high and being in and out. Where I was looking at 35 and 40. And there's no reason to say those get tapped today, but we can come back down here to 61.14, 61.10, 6100, and then make a move up to that.
Yes.
And then again,
Yeah. No trades have to be taken right now.
No.
Especially when you're within the opening range. There's no, I mean, unless you were in on that 6-minute candle and taken profit already for a scalp, there's no reason to be in something until you have more information. There's lots of good trades out there, so
100%. I took this, I think, because I just wanted to, like I said, I had that FOMO kicked in. Yes, Nina, I'm in a trade. I'm in a long right now, but I took it close to the, upper mid range of the opening range. So not a high probability trade to be sitting in it the way I am. I should have taken profits at the 30s, just a round number. And I saw price struggle there. I how many times did I say it out loud? Here we are again at 61.30 and price is stalling. So I should have looked to take something off the table. But like I said, I have that overnight VWAP below us here. This is going to be my last line of defense.
Jose, I don't know if Boston got in or not, but that's the type of trade he would / couldn't take.
This is going to be my last line of defense. I think if that level gets taken, I can hope that it bounces off the opening range low, but if you listen to my language, hope is not what we want to use in trading. I'm just opening myself up to a bigger loss. That's all I'm doing. Yeah, is Austin still in the trade, Jose?
Is he in a trade?
He got long where I think I did. He might have got long. Knowing him, he got long earlier. He just felt it coming.
Yeah. He felt it. That's what happens when you've been trading for 10 years.
Yeah, this is going to, if we don't find support here at this start of day VWAP, this trade is toast. Yeah, Austin sold 7 of the 8 contracts at the opening range high, and then he just got tapped out on the last contract.
Oh, there's the news. Randy, it might be.
News is still 3 minutes away. That was
Oh. What happened on NQ though?
Yeah, it blasted. You had a little blip on. Yeah, something is not. Oh. There you go, guys. First stream, first loss.
Did you get tapped out?
I'm gonna get tapped out here.
Oh, it's too bad.
NQ, all of a sudden we have a.
What? NQ is looking well.
NQ is holding its New York VWAP. And ES is way below it now. So I'm actually gonna move this down just below that pin. Give this some room to breathe because NQ's found some support. Yeah, see, I knew Austin was going to take that long. I'll probably get tapped out on the news anyways.
My short idea doesn't look too bad now, does it, Randy?
No, no, not at all. Not at all. This is why there's two of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
You should have faded me, because then you could have I could have sold my orders to you.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm good. I'm good keeping it chill today. I've been looking at the failed auction trades. More and more, those don't happen until at least an hour into the market open. So
That's why I'm debating on just even cutting out the opening range for me and looking at the initial balance.
opening range.
Like
I'm
at least
thinking,
maybe the first 30 minutes of the open. I'm gonna
I
get
don't
tapped
think
here,
you
guys.
look at like today,
I'm
for
out.
example. I think it's just a bad entry.
Yes, I agree.
If you had gotten in the proper entry, you would have just taken profit at the top of the range.
I agree.
And you would have, yeah, been done.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, no, that was tough. That was a bigger loss than I've taken. I think that's the biggest loss I've taken in this account. So that goes to show you trading on stream, especially when your own stream, is not easy.
Yeah, I can imagine. Why? But I am missing my. Oh no, they're all down lower.
I'm assuming everybody in the chat is still flat too then.
Who's taking a trade? Tell us.
So I will leave this on. So yeah, like now we're gonna find support. This is just trading rookie mistakes 101, guys. Buying at the top, not taking profits aggressively enough. NQ is holding now. It's overnight VWAP. But with that news coming in, I would have just got, even if I had my stop at the, so even if I had my stop down here, guys, below the opening range low, which I did move it to below this pin, I still would have got stopped out. I would have,
USCB consumer. Sorry.
no, I would have needed to have it below this 8:30 a.m. news pin to be saved. And even then I would have had to have it a few points below and I probably would have got stopped out. So go on,
The
Christine, sir.
USCB consumer confidence is actual is 93. The forecast is 99.8, and previous is 98. So what does that mean? Someone tell me what that means.
We will see a sequence of.
Because that's lower than the forecasted.
Yes, but news is such a hard one to understand. This is where I think if you go on Forex Factory, it breaks it down for you.
Yeah.
Good morning, Scott.
Morning.
Any trades yet for you, Scott? Oh, that stung a little bit.
Take it off. Are you out on that account, or can you trade again?
I can trade again. I take max $500 loss in that, but that's like, that would have to be on a tilt day, to be honest. I think 400, 300 to 400 kind of is where I want to be daily if I, to lose on that account. Because if I did 5, I'm literally 4 bad days and that account's blown. And I'm copy trading 7 accounts, so it's a big investment.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's why it just stings a little bit when I don't take those $100 profit moves, especially coming into the opening range. That's where I think I made a big mistake today, was just, getting comfortable sitting in that trade all the way up there. I should have looked to take profits aggressively, or just had my stop and, been okay with being stopped out of the New York VWAP. I shouldn't have let it come all the way back on me. But again, I convinced myself with the strength of that overnight VWAP, and look, we're just flirting with it right now. Like it didn't take it with any strength. So it probably is a solid place to be working off of. But yeah, just not stoked about that trade at all.
I mean, right now, if you're on regular trading hours, we have both of our high of day and our low of day within the range. So you can really classify this as currently it's ranging. We have no actual direction of which way it's going.
I agree.
So unless you're going to take some scalps from the top of the range to the bottom, bottom of the range to the top, from VWAP to the top of the range, VWAP to the bottom, then we're kind of just sitting to see what happens.
Scott, did you get in at the 9:45 candle? Scott got stopped out too on a long. So I'm just curious to know where he got in. Pull back to the VWAP. So I wonder, I'm assuming it's going to be this 9:45 candle. Yeah, see, I like the longs now again. Yeah, I'm really debating that. I am really debating that, Jose. Now we have orders on below us at 105. There's orders at 6,100 that weren't there. So as you can see, once we get this low sets in here on the news, these orders start to come on at 6,105, and then very faintly down here at 6,100 you see orders coming on. Can you guys see that? Yeah, and then very faintly down there at 6,100. So, but I do like it for a long still. Like, look at NQ is back above its New York. Let's see. Like, look at NQ. Nice hold of the sellers couldn't even get below, a close below the overnight VWAP. Yeah, I'm going to take another stab at a long.
Right now?
I think so.
Before it's broken the New York VWAP?
Thanks, Christine. Oh.
Don't let me stop you. Just a question.
No, I know. It's a great question. It's valid. That's the thing.
This could just come and then reject it. I mean, maybe it's just gaining some power to push down lower. But you can't really say that you're long. You need to be in a long until it breaks that New York.
No, I'm glad, and this is the reason why I think trading like this is so beneficial to learning how to trade.
Yeah, Scott, makes sense to get long above the New York VWAP for sure. It's pinching right now between the high a day and the low a day, which usually means something's going to happen. We just don't know which way it's going to.
I think in my head, I'm just trying to justify getting it at a lower price, and I know that's wrong.
Right.
I know I'm making my decision based on P&L and not on structure. So I'm glad that you said that, and I'm glad I can say these words out loud just to understand why I'm thinking the way I'm thinking. But in my head, I'm thinking if I buy it down here, I'm getting it for, half the price I'd be paying up at the New York VWAP, basically.
Yeah. It's a lot riskier that way.
But maybe then I'm just going to, if I do get in at the New York VWAP, I'm just going to have to size down. And take some risk off that way so I can have a bit bigger of a stop. That's what actually now in hindsight, thinking about it, this first trade, if I came in with 3 micros, the outcome would have been a little bit different. I would have been able to have a bit bigger of a stop. And even then, if I got stopped out, the risk would have been a lot less. Or the damage. Gold to reach all-time highs. Good morning, Andrew. I'm glad Christine's here. I would be probably YOLOing this account right now.
Your 7 accounts?
Yeah, no, that was yeah, no, the thing with the 7 accounts that sting the most is it's 7 accounts. So even if it's like a $300 loss day, which is nothing, you got to multiply that by 7. So that's where it stung or stings.
I mean, to me, I'm liking the shorts a
Yeah,
little bit, especially with it breaking below this low a day.
I could see that.
I wish it was outside of the range.
Oh, there you go.
Too late, didn't get in. See what happens.
Yeah, I would be really careful here. Do we got any news coming in here? I'm really not loving financial juice right now. I feel like it's lagging even more than before.
Fed Powell talking right now or testifying right now? I don't know.
It started.
At 10, I think, right?
Oh, actually, it started at 6:50. Yeah, 9:50, 9:51. I thought he was testifying this morning already. It already happened when I saw Austin's tweet. What did I do with our live chat?
Keith, you tried along, didn't work. Doesn't work the first time, try again. That's the worst trading advice. 57% chance of double break, according to Edgeville. Double break of the 15-minute opening range.
Yeah, tough one, Keith. Yeah, Scott, that's what we were talking about this morning, 6,100. Like, you can't really have a bearish bias until we get below that, but I think there's obviously a scalping opportunity to short to 6,100 if we do get. I think that's what Christine's kind of looking at.
Yeah, there's orders down there.
But this candle down to 61, like, didn't even pin 6105. That was
And it bounced back up pretty aggressively, so I don't really say that the sellers are convincing me of anything at the moment, nor are the buyers, to be honest.
Yeah, this is not fun, guys. Not fun. I'm gonna announce the winner of a giveaway that I was doing. Actually, I'll do it live today, so it'll be pretty cool. I haven't decided, should we do the wheel of names or should we do the duck race?
I think the duck race is the best.
Okay.
Are you giving away something today?
This was people made purchases of top 1 accounts last week and I did a giveaway for it.
Okay.
So there's a few people in this group that are on that list. So I was going to do it yesterday on my Instagram, but I thought, hey, why not do it live on stream?
Why not live?
It just makes it more fun. And then this week I want to do another giveaway. So the way I want to set it up is I'm going to give away 50K challenge accounts for top 1 futures just randomly. So if you're here for the stream, you're not going to know. At some point during the stream, I'll be like, hey, we're going to do a giveaway. And whoever's in the stream is going to be a part of the giveaway. So
top challenge rules are after you get the funded account. Do you still have consistency rule with top 1?
don't know for sure. I've never traded the challenge accounts, nor have I looked at the challenge accounts. I have not traded a challenge account since, like 5 months ago with Tradeify.
Right.
Like I've only been trading straight to funded, so I kind of, there's enough rules already with straight to funded. I don't do a deep dive, and no one, if someone has asked me, now that you asked me, I will look into it, but no one has asked me either. I don't know anybody really. Like I said to you yesterday, I wanted to go back to trading combines on Top Step because, uh, yeah, I just like the way that they're giving you that free reset if you stay in the combine. So it's like there's value in trading a challenge account and taking your time to pass it.
And I think there's value in trading a funded account that doesn't require consistency.
Taking your
I think
time
my
to
mind
pass it.
has totally been changed on what's better or what's more like a true, um, personal trading account. I mean, if you look at yesterday and you've seen many big traders talk about this, is they all make their money in small periods of time. They have a big day and then the rest of the time they're just staying green or minimizing their losses. So if you look at yesterday, you could have, the money that was around yesterday was crazy, but you're not going to have that every day. So with the consistency rule, it literally takes those days out of the game altogether. You can't capitalize on them. Whereas when you have a funded account that has no consistency rule, I think you can trade a little bit more like real traders, to be honest. But I don't know. I might change my mind next month. So
I love it. Austin took a long off of basically the start of day VWAP there. Same thesis, kind of what I was saying. But he did make a valid point of sizing down, realizing he's fighting the New York VWAP. So I'll give him credit for that. I think that is these are things that I need to work on. Is just being able to quickly come up and be like, I need to do this, size down. Really manage the risk. I think I do well reading the markets. I don't do a good job managing my risk. I get into a trade, and then I end up managing my risk, which I think is hurting me.
either way, like if you wanted to get into a long and you just start off with a low size to manage your risk, I can see that for sure. Because for sure, if it went long, you're going to say this was a great price. If you go long and it goes down, you're going to say, well, I shouldn't have gotten long. So hindsight is always the best. But I could see it going either way for sure.
Yeah, to be honest, Scott, I don't think I'm favoring anything. Like I'm liking the hold of this low a day VWAP now that I have on here. But again, the CVD is, well, we're back to zero, we're back to flat, right? And we were almost plus 3K on the move up. And on the move down, there wasn't a ton of movement in the CVD. So
And Q is choppy. Like it does not look nice.
no.
At least you have on ES, you have a nice move from the top of the range to the bottom, but NQ is not looking good at all.
Yeah, Nina, I know that I don't really use the double break stat anymore from Edgeful. It's something we kind of been talking about in the Black Shirt Club. Is we seem to be getting double breaks. Like, does that double break stat have much weight anymore with this volatility? But it's something we used to look at a lot, but we don't anymore. Yeah, see, here we are now, just floating along.
Yep. Kind of bouncing between high of day and low of day, waiting for it to decide what it wants to do.
Yeah, I kind of want to get long here, to be honest.
Do what your heart tells you, Randy. Just size appropriately.
Oh, Christine. Don't follow me, guys. Do not follow me, please.
Broke about is high a day, so we'll see what happens at the New York. Scott's probably watching it closely.
I'm long.
It's good. NQ's working its way up to the top of the range.
Let's see what happens here. This will be
Yeah,
my.
I'm definitely
Go ahead.
convinced to go long, but
Just NQ is finally looking like it might take it might go for a. It looked like there it was going to go for a new high,
right.
New York session high. So
Mm-hmm.
do you guys think we need to add music? What do you guys think? We need some jazz music in the background like Zach does.
Fingers off the mouse.
Yeah, you let me do all the trading, okay?
Yeah, perfect. It's
You let me trade my 7 accounts.
I do. I have a combine like ready to go. I'm ready to trade. Metallica, Jose. That's exactly what we should listen to. We'd be in so heavy right now if we were listening to Metallica.
So the one thing with YouTube, and I'm learning
Every
this, is
contract.
we have to be careful with the music that we play, because if it's not licensed, YouTube will shut my channel down. Ak, what's up, brother? Ak's in Thailand, Christine.
Oh,
I actually had a beer with Ak in Thailand.
That's so crazy.
It was so cool. It was so cool, and he's got a little girl, a little older than Miles, so it's dope. I told him now that we met, next time we go to Thailand, we'll make sure that we do something, like we hang out. So,
Yeah.
but you got to kind of break that ice, because it's like he's probably wondering, who is this guy that's here from Canada? Like, what if he's a
Yes.
weirdo? I don't want to hang out with him.
Yeah, I want to let my daughter meet him.
Thanks for showing up, buddy. Nice work on the patience, Scott.
I don't know. Scott is long at 61.20.
I just want to give Scott some credit for waiting that extra few minutes where I didn't. Right? I got long at 21.75, and Scott got long at 61.20.75. So he got a better price than me, and he waited 3 more minutes. So great job on the patience. But let's see here. Let's see if we can take these orders here at 24.
I am rooting for you guys. I think I'm going to stay out of it for now because I'm still a little uncertain, but that is okay.
Well, someone's got to come out of this looking good, right?
Yep.
Oh, Austin.
What did he do?
No, he's totally like that long that he played. He looks like the Unabomber. He's wearing a baseball cap and a hoodie. Like, no, actually.
Got your max day loss will take you out of the short at your stop. Okay. But you have an opening range low. Your risk is locked. Good job. So can we talk about what a difference it is today versus yesterday? And
Yes.
how it's just a great example of how on a day like today, you could absolutely sit the market out. And on a day like yesterday, you can make all your money in one day if you wanted. It's just the trading is so like that.
So do you know how many times I've said that though? Like in the last month, I want to say like 4 times I've said that. Like we have these big move days, and the next day is just Chop City, and it's like
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not registering.
Oh,
Oh
you can't hear me?
yeah, I can hear you fine.
Yeah.
Can everyone else hear Christine? Her sound seems fine on my end.
Am I louder now or worse? I don't know how to use my mic. I'll pull my microphone closer because that'll maybe help a bit. Volume is very low.
Yes. Oh, I thought you were saying. Yeah, so Jose said somewhat low too. So can you turn maybe your gain up a little bit? You sound fine on mine, but maybe I have your volume turned up. Because I can't change that setting for you.
Someone tell.
We want to know what's so funny.
I just can't figure out which way's up and which way's down. Is this louder? Someone tell me. I know our feed's delayed, so I have to wait for a second, but
I don't notice any difference, to be honest.
you don't matter, Randy. It's everyone else that matters.
Okay, let's go, fam. Let's get this. Yeah, Scott said it didn't make a difference. Same with Nina.
Okay, what about now? I turn it all the way up in another direction. I just have to start yelling.
Yes, I think so.
See how close it is now to my face? What is the gain? If I turn the gain up, does that matter?
Yes, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to turn the gain up.
Is that better?
Much better.
Really? You didn't even have a problem in the beginning, Randy.
Now I can hear you better.
Okay.
What does the chat say?
Turn it up more. Still the same. I feel like this is a Randy problem because look at this mic I have, people. It's like a real...
It's much louder now, Christine. For sure it's louder.
But they all said it's still the same.
Yeah, see, better now, Christine. Come on. You're
better
like
now.
hurting
Thanks,
my
God.
ears over
Okay, maybe
here.
I'll turn it more. I just have to basically put the microphone in my mouth. Now I'm a real streamer, guys. Okay, the lungs are looking good. I'm at least happy y'all wanted to hear me more versus like turning me down lower. That makes me feel really good. Thank you.
I don't even know how to do this duck race, guys.
Is that what you're worried about?
Yeah,
The duck race?
because I want to do
You're
that.
in a long
with
the trailing drawdown.
This is streaming. This is
And you're worried
multitasking.
about the ducks.
This is multitasking, Christine.
Nina, am I too loud now? You tell me if I am.
Okay. We'll come back to this.
Guys, this is slow. How are you feeling? You should be feeling calm, cool, and collected. That's our goal.
Do.
Our initial balance is going to be set in 3 minutes.
And we're within it, right?
We are within it, yes.
Ooh. How are we looking? And there it comes,
Ugh,
guys.
I don't want to fade you guys, but
You're gonna go short?
we'll see. I'm not
Makes good
there
entertainment.
yet.
It makes good. A shift in immigration could affect how we interpret jobs data. We are not facing tension between mandates. Yeah, this is gonna be if NQ doesn't break for a new high there, this is not gonna look good. I don't like it. I am not loving it.
See, we'll see.
I'm loving you guys, but I'm not loving it. 6J Japanese futures. You trade any oil ac at all during this whole the last few weeks? I know you like to trade oil. Ak was telling me how he likes swing trading better now with his.
Oh, should talk about swing trading. I love swing trading, and I got away from it when we kind of took our turn in the market down because I really only long. But I'm trying to force myself to get back into it because it's great. Give it time, Jose. Give it time. If I was going short, I would obviously wait for it to break the New York, and I would probably wait for it to break the low day just because it's so close. So for me, it gives it a little bit more confirmation because it could keep bouncing off of it, and then it's a plus for your longs.
What's happening? I'm missing it.
I'm not a pro at Bookmap, but it is still looking good for higher, if I'm not wrong. Although I don't know what that means, so you guys tell me.
Sorry, guys, just give me 1 sec. I'm just putting names into the draw. I know Christine's gonna give me shit again, but I'm trying to detach from the trade, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, it looks like it just had a really good bounce, so you're good right now.
I'm looking at it now and I can see that.
Thank you. That was a good discussion. We just talked about it earlier, too. At one point, I was thinking straight to fund it, and now I am on the combine to XFA route, which I am enjoying. So my mind has definitely changed.
One thing I will say, when you pass a combine with some size and you stick to your process and you have like really solid trades and they're good winners, it feels great.
Yeah,
Like when you go in 20 or 30 micros and you stick to your trade because maybe you don't have to put the pressure on yourself because you're trading an instant funded account and you know it's a combine, but you know your trades and you're reading the market well. Like I think that was a good shift for Thomas. And I think even like when you went to bed the other night and left the trade on the Sunday night open and I got stopped out, I could have made my stop a couple points bigger and left it on too, but you know, you played that beautifully and you went to bed and you woke up and it did exactly what you thought it was going to do. Like your read was good. It's just, I think sometimes we put pressure on ourselves too much. And I did that with the first trade today, right? I wanted to get that win. I got FOMO'd into it and then I just opened up my stop thinking, hey, like I should have just been like, this was a bad entry. I'm up here at the top of the range buying this. What am I? But, days like yesterday influence you to be like, this is just going to go higher and I'm going to miss the move, and I missed it yesterday. So it's, these are the things, once you become content with missing those moves, I think I'll have better days, obviously, but I'm glad you guys get to watch me go through these kind of trades and all these emotions, because I think it really helps. And, check out the podcast, like Ax said, definitely check the podcast out. It's if you're old to trading, it's definitely worth watching or listening to, if anything.
Yeah.
Just it's cool listening to.
FTMO is a great option for sure. And I think we all got sucked into this straight to funded when the new product came out and thinking, well, we might as well not waste our time making $3,000 in a combine when that could be in a straight to funded, except it's not the same. You have the consistency rules, and I don't know if you were here earlier, but I was just talking about a great example was yesterday. It's such a good moving day. You could have made a ton of money, but if you were trading straight to funded, you would have your consistency capped. You would not be able to capitalize like most traders would trading their own personal account. So I totally see the argument to not go straight to funded.
I agree.
And I'll yell it from the rooftops forever and always. But things work differently for different people, right? Some people love straight to funded because it helps them not, I guess, YOLO their account maybe. And then some people don't like it at all.
Let's go. NQ looks like it's finally going to take its range. Is it finally going to give us some love or what?
Who knows? I need another cup of coffee. That's what I know. How much coffee do you guys drink in the morning? Especially on a day like today.
So I would imagine everybody in this chat knows about the pod, but I put the link in there.
New episode came out yesterday.
But we're glad you guys all showed up today for this inaugural. We did a kind of a test run on Sunday, but this is the real deal today. So
It's very non-exciting trading morning, but that's half the time, right? Most of the time you're not, looking at rockets going to the sky. 18 ounces deep right now. Love it, Jose. I need more. Been putting collagen in my coffee because you know how we're all supposed to eat like 7,000 grams of protein a day.
That's
So that helps me get some of it in.
I'm supposed to have 260 grams of protein a day, and I don't know how, like, Tanner has 300 grams of protein a day. I don't know how he does it.
Do you guys just go crazy with the amount of stuff we're all supposed to do now? Like walking over 10,000 steps, lifting weights 3 times a week, eating 6,000 grams of protein a day, drinking 8 liters of water, getting 8 hours of sleep, making sure that you don't have any artificial light an hour before you go to bed, and waking with the sun in the morning. Like, doesn't it just get crazy? Can't do it all.
Yes, Ak, you're here for the first stream, brother. That's why we got. That's why I got excited to see you here. So.
Yeah, it's nice seeing people we know. So one of my favorite trades is the bottom of the 15-minute range to the top. What I normally like to see is a break below the 15-minute range, and then the second break below it would have been a higher low. So in this case, it actually printed a lower low. So therefore, to me, it wasn't the best trade option. Although, I mean, if you marked it up, I could have gotten in on the candle that printed at 10:10 EST time, because that's the break back into the range, and stop below the low, and I would have been in profit at, about 9 points, which would have been 1R at this current moment.
Did you read Ak's little comment there? He's like, I'm
I'm
overweight, high blood pressure, I sleep 5 hours a day, but life is good.
Life is good.
Act the Thai people, man. Like that's got to be. You got to sell that slogan to the Thai government, because that is, I swear, everybody there is happy. Good for being patient, Andrea. I like that.
Nice.
You and Christine get the patience award.
Which is not usually the case for me. I mean, if you look at my past trading, it's something I need to work on. So some days you have the patience and some days you don't. All I can see right now on the chart is it's starting to print a McDonald's logo.
Yeah. Do 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 do.
Is that an indication? Is this a new indicator we just created?
I guarantee
McDonald's logo printed memes.
there's got to be someone out there that's already done it.
Kind of a wonky McDonald's logo. That's the problem. Is everyone trading ES or MES? Anybody on NQ today? What I really enjoy is having some playbook strategies for certain times of the day. So first hour volatility, I'm looking at more VWAP trades, meaning my entries would have been close to the VWAP on, depending on what side I'm going. And then after the first hour, having the potential for a failed auction or an extension play off the initial balance.
Yeah, no, having that playbook is.
It helps you hold out sometimes if you have, if you're a trader that all your trades generally happen in the first hour, sometimes you can rush into trades that you don't really need to be in because sometimes the first hour is just shit. And then if you kind of wait past this chop, we might have a really strong extension in the afternoon, or you could start really seeing a good range and then you can play the range trades.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, Andrew, I could see all-time highs this week, but just with this conflict and all this stuff going on, that is my only concern. But, in a perfect world, which unfortunately we're not in a perfect world, but, we're not far away. And when you have moves like we did yesterday and we have, if we have bullish news coming again, I could see this thing taking all-time highs, no problem, right? We still got, the whole session today, and you got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You got a full week of trading, so let's wait and see what happens. And I don't. There's no, in my opinion, there's no reason that we can't make all-time highs. But again, we have a lot with the geopolitical stuff going on. I would not be married to anything because it could take, and unfortunately, even though like it seems like we have days where the worst is behind us, I still believe somebody can still go secretly and drop a bomb or and look what happens, right? So I wouldn't be married to the idea, but
We have about 4 minutes left on the 15-minute candle. And I think if it really closes bullish.
well, NQ's
it'll
finally
be good.
taken its range.
Nice.
So let's see if we can get a close above there on NQ, and then how far are we on ES here?
Maybe I'll trade NQ today. Imagine.
I'm gonna actually take a stab at NQ. We'll do it together on stream.
Yeah. Prop firm accounts, the ones that we're trading at, no, you cannot hold. You have to close your trades, I think it's 4:15, and then the market opens at 6. So you could come back and make a trade at 6 that night and therefore hold that overnight into the day. But by 4 the following day, you'd have to close.
They liquidate you. Even if you don't close,
So
they close you out.
you could technically do an overnight as long as you couldn't be like from one New York session to the next day's New York session.
Okay, let's go, gang. I think there's a few of us in the longs. So, yeah, Andrew, honestly, I would just, again, I'm a glass half full kind of guy, so I see all-time highs. I see the market being bullish, but with what's going on in the Middle East, that could change at any time. I saw somebody on CNN, or not CNN, sorry, was it Fox? It was somewhere anyways. This White House used to be something to do with the Middle East and Africa. He oversaw everything for the White House, like he was a coordinator or something. But he said, whether you're a pessimist or an optimist, whatever if you think you're going to know the outcome of this this conflict that's going on, you're completely wrong. Whether it's to the bad side or to the good side, is like there's just so many moving parts, and it takes one cog in the wheel or whatever they say for it to completely completely go sideways. So
Where are you
other
guys taking profit?
I'm not taking profit at the top of the opening range high.
You're not?
Nope.
You're not taking profit at the top of the opening range high?
No, I'm gonna see if we don't. I think we break the opening range high.
Huh. Interesting.
I got to be a little more, what's the word? Not aggressive, like, I need to be convicted in my play here. Like, I'm not
So
letting,
do you not adhere to the rules of if you're taking a mid-range trade,
But
your
it-
first profit would be the top of the opening range?
but it's not now, it's for me, this is not, I don't classify this as the first break of the opening range high, even though we did slightly break it here. I'm
No,
considering,
but I'm talking about if you take a mid-range trade,
No.
taking your profit at the
not
opening
this,
range
not this late in the session, I wouldn't. But this is where Evan would do, Evan would do exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like if we haven't broke the initial
Okay,
balance by now, you would be taking profits here.
If you hadn't or you had?
No, if you haven't broken the initial balance, like you're
We
trading
have
within.
not broken the initial
No, I know
balance.
that. If that's what I'm saying, that's how Evan trades. Like if you're within a range, you're
Right.
you're taking profits here.
Okay.
What is the chat doing? Yeah, see, Jose took some off. I'm just
Yeah.
coming back. Like I'm not gonna let this come back on me.
Okay. How are you
But
going to do that if you're not taking profits? You're just going to hold it up with your man strength?
no. Like I'm not gonna. I'm moving my stop to break even.
Oh, okay.
Right, so I'm willing to take a donut on this trade for the $100 at
So,
drawdown. I'm
so
gonna
you're not, okay, let me ask this, Randy. You're not willing to take profits at the top of the range, but you are willing to get $0.
yes.
Interesting.
So right now I'm risking $100,
Yes?
right? Because I'm
But what
$100 in
could you have
profit.
taken if you had what could you have taken like right now? I can't see
$100,
it 'cause it's
$100.
$100.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you can't see that. I thought you could see it.
I can, it's just small and I'm squinting.
So I'm
So-
I'm willing to risk $100 is what I'm saying.
And are you on what account are you on?
I'm on those 7 accounts.
So you're trailing drawdown.
Yeah. So I'm risking that trailing drawdown now is what I'm saying by being at break even.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm willing to risk that to get double.
Gotcha.
Like for me, taking $100 loss on this trade I'm okay with it, is what I'm trying to say to you.
Okay.
Right? So I'm worth taking that risk on it, if that makes sense.
Yes, because right now technically you're at $100, but because you expect it to break through, you are going to wait. For
Now,
your
if
profit.
this was my first trade and I didn't take a losing first trade, I would have my stop would be right now at 61.27. Like
Okay.
I would be fine with getting stopped out in profit. Does that make sense? Like I'd be trailing the stop more aggressively, but now I'm trying to get back that loss and I'm willing to risk another $100 to get the upside of that instead of choking myself out on the trade.
Got it.
Like I would have normally, if this was my first trade, I should have my stop up here and I should be getting stopped out right now and taking my $100 and being okay with it.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes much sense. I think I did a butchering job of explaining it. Good job, Nina. Scott, what are you doing? Are you thinking of getting short up here, Christine?
If I was trading NQ, I would be, and it did reject that top of range. I'm just kind of like, maybe because we're on stream, I'm just a little nervous. Take a trade. I'm only trading a combine. I just need some more information, really, to be honest. If I want to short, I need to see it struggle at an area for a little while. It can't just be 3 candles, like one little wick rejection. Like it needs to struggle outside of the initial balance.
See, for me, NQ's holding its opening range high. Like I have multiple, like why I am, because like the more I think about it now, I do kind of sound like I'm being, by not taking profits at the top of the range. Like I need to, for you to understand where my head is at.
Yeah,
So
totally.
now NQ held the top of its opening range high. The book map
Yeah.
is now back to roughly where we were when we got to that initial high in the New York Open.
Got it.
So I'm leaning more towards, but it just takes like, look, what it could take 2 or 3 candles for this to print and for it to pull back down and then make another leg higher.
Yeah.
Right? So I can see your side of it.
Yeah.
I'm risking a little bit more to get
I'm
more.
gonna go short, I think. I have a very small risk because my stop is just above. I'm on a combine.
So are you short based on your initial balance?
I'm short based on a little bit on NQ, but I'm not really ready to take NQ. But I am short based on the rejection on the top of the range.
So this has nothing to do with the failed auction.
No.
Okay.
I also don't mind taking a stab at these because my risk to reward is proportioned nicely.
Yeah, it's quite high probably.
So I'll just I have a 4-point stop really, because if it breaks above there, I don't want to be in. So it kind of makes sense.
No, for sure. And you could look to get 10 points on the 10 to 15 points on the downside per
Yeah,
15 points, right?
exactly.
No, I like it.
So my risk is above high of day.
So you can do everything on Bookmap. It's just a subscription, Zach. So I can do. I only have CME subscription, so I can do anything that trades on the CME. But I believe oil and gold are on COMEX. But yeah, basically, and then for the stocks, you need to obviously subscribe to whatever exchange they're on. There's a package you can get all the stock exchanges on one, kind of like TradingView. But yeah, no, it's whatever you subscribe to, and I'm just subscribed to the CME feed, so I get the data feed directly from the CME. And the other thing I also like now is if you look on TradingView here with the New York VWAP and the slow a day VWAP lining up, and then you can look, every time that the sellers attempted to get back down below this low a day VWAP, the buyers step back in. So there's some strength here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know on the short side if you look to take profits there, if you want to be super aggressive.
Yeah, I absolutely could. Could even set a limit, order at around 61.22. Which I would need a limit by.
But again, even like I shouldn't be putting too much weight on the CVD because it's quite, it's not, there's not a ton of follow through in either direction right now. So who's coming to LA? I believe Scott's coming to LA. Christine is going to be coming to LA.
No, I don't think I am.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
You'll try to convince me later.
Well, you have to come. I was going to buy you a ticket for your birthday.
Oh, no, you are not.
If that's how I convince you to come, then everybody, we need to start a GoFundMe for Christine.
It's not about that.
Are you going to be in
I
Mexico
live,
then in October?
yes, I will be in Mexico.
Oh, so it's just a quick jaunt. It's a little short
Just
flight.
a quick jaunt.
It's a short flight. Come on now. We're going Thursday, Friday, and then leaving Saturday. I'm not doing Portland
How
or
are
anything
you?
after, I don't think.
No,
No. I was talking to Austin
it's a
about that.
lot to do for a weekend.
So I think it'll be just a quick seminar and come home.
It's looking good for your lungs, guys. We'll see. ES had made a lower high, and NQ had made a higher high.
We have an
Which
SMT.
means something. I just don't know what.
That's a SMT. SMT divergence, it's called.
Yeah.
We should call Zach up. Let's ring him up.
What does this mean, Zach? Tell us.
Nina, you're still flat too, right? Nina, you should come join us in LA. It's not too far.
How many hours of a flight would that be?
Oh, you'd probably have to fly to like Atlanta and then Atlanta here, or Atlanta to LA. It'd be far. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen here with the price, Christine. We're back up at these damn 30s. If we can take these
I know.
30s with some strength,
Yep.
this is where price
Absolutely.
failed. This is exactly where price failed last time. So are you guys able to see my screen clear? Like, what would you like to be able to see more clear? You want to see my P&L? Like,
Well, I think they liked your top step, like X.
well, just I think the Project X, like everybody wants to see your position, and I bet
Yeah.
you they want to see your, well, how much
But
you're in.
you're
or-
on
Yeah,
Trading View right now.
I switched it. Oh, so it is quite blurry. Can you see my position? Or do you have to like zoom in on it?
Oh, I can see your Trading View.
Oh no, you're not live anymore, I don't think.
Oh. Yeah, I'll fix that. Now I can see your Trading View.
Do you guys find that my chart and bookmapper look blurry to you?
I have to get real close. Like,
Yeah, no, because I have it up on my other screen and I'm looking at it and watching it.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's quite small, the position. Okay, perfect, thank you. I will try and figure out how to adjust the resolution so I can get this to come in a little bit, a little sharper, because on my screen, the book map looks, it's nice, and it looks kind of like pastel-y, like faded. Let's see what happens. See, price didn't take those 30s.
No, and if you're looking at NQ, I think you're more in failed option territory because you now had a bit of a struggle of price.
Yeah.
It's broken above the initial balance, and now it's broken back into the initial balance. So that would justify a short opportunity over on that side. Whether or not it works, who knows? I mean, we know trades don't always work. But you can see how it just struggled more versus just kind of breaking out and then coming back in. You wanted to try to break out again or to have some kind of level where you're going to see some struggle. On ES, obviously, you're struggling with breaking the opening range high. And now we've had basically almost 3 touch points at the 61.29.75 area on MES that it's now rejecting.
Yeah, I can see that now. I can see that
So
clearly.
if this does come back down, I have a limit buy for 5 micros at 61.22. I might move that up to 61.22.50 as the low of day moves up. And then I will probably trail my stop soon as well.
So
Especially
guys,
if it breaks some of these higher lows. Like if it breaks down past that, then I'll start trailing my stop.
all of your, the way you just broke that down to me actually has me wanting to close my trade and just take some profits.
This is the hard part. I think your trade could 100% work.
I just don't have enough size on to piece out of this. That's the problem. And this is the struggle I face every day. Yeah,
yes.
Here we go.
You gotta, can you change instead of having, oh, my 5 got taken?
Yeah.
Which, so
funny that I was feeling that.
I don't know what it is, but
Oh, yeah.
I moved my stop to break even just because that's very volatile. I'm up $100, and then whatever else is happening, I've just protected myself from more loss, basically.
Powell came out and said when the time is right, expect rate cuts to continue. Like, isn't that bullish? Oh, what a kick in the balls.
I have no idea.
Well, see, at least now it's like, look at where I got stopped. Look at the chart. Look at where it closed me out.
You got stopped out break even, yeah.
But look at where that pin ended up.
Anything.
Sorry? I didn't lose anything, but still, it's like, I got tapped out on, like, this is like this is the universe teaching me a lesson. Because this is going to go higher now.
Well, it might. I'm trying to give it a bit of a room in case it rejects, but...
Well, the way I read what Powell just said, like, Fed's Powell, when the time is right, expect rate cut to continue. He's, like, signaling at some point he's going to start cutting rates. Not saying I don't see any rate cuts for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
And I think that was the seller's attempt to try and do something, and the buyers just stepped right back in.
Yeah, that's a really strong wick down.
So basically, I'm down 300 on the P&L, but I'm down 400 of my drawdown. So that's kind of was my thesis of going to break even on that.
Okay. Scott's still in.
Good job, Scott.
Was he tapped out on rest and profit? Nice. I am still in. Technically, my risk would be about $125 on this trade right now.
Keith. Every time Keith stops, he manages to get into a trade, whether it's a win or loss. That's what I like it. Like, he just waits for a moment when he's got a second because he's working.
Nice. Yeah.
And then gets into a trade.
Yeah.
So after that, Keith, do you lock those accounts out then? Like, so you're not trading the minus 220 account anymore? You're done for the day on that one?
Well, I'm stopped out.
I saw that wick print. Oh, what a kick in the groin, guys. What a kick in the groin.
It just got you too.
Oh. But you know what? When that candle printed like that, if I had my stop lower, I probably would have closed the trade in a bit of a panic.
Right.
Seeing that big red candle come in, not like waiting for it to hash out, just being scared it's going to print another move down. Yeah. There we go. EU readies retaliatory tariff to secure better deal with Trump. Germany's Chancellor Merz backs more muscular approach ahead of July talks deadline. You guys got to join me for this bit of a beating.
It happens sometimes.
Oh, this is trading. It's trading 101. This is why I don't like trading between different charts. I had my entry price wrong on this chart.
Oh no.
My entry price was 22.50, and I had it down at 20. I had it down at 21 or 20. So looking at this chart, when I had my stop at break even, I thought I was below the New York VWAP, and over here,
Right.
I wasn't below the New York VWAP.
Bad. Okay.
Okay. Let's lock this account out, guys. I am done trading for the day. I'm up 300.
You're done?
Yeah, I'm up 300 in this account. Well, I'm up 300 in this account, and I'm down 300 in the other 7 accounts. So 21.
Okay.
I'm down 1,800 on the day.
Okay.
Just a small 1,800. Oh,
Small 1,800. You
poor
can get
management. Poor management, guys. I'm not very happy with myself right now.
Well, give yourself a break. It's your first day live streaming.
True.
On your own channel.
So who's in a trade still? Scott's in a trade. I have a surprise guest tomorrow that no one probably knows, but is a great trader. He actually is very Cam from Top Step or Top One.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so he's actually not super public about his trading. And he used to have a YouTube channel and pushed. He actually pushed me to get. Thanks, Brandon. He pushed me to get to stream, and to like just help with the accountability and like just getting it out. And so I was like, I asked him like, would you come on stream sometime with me? And he's like, I'd love to. So he's coming on tomorrow. And then I think if Christine's up for it, I was gonna see if she wanted to come back on Thursday.
Yep, sure thing. Sure thing, Chicken Wing.
Yeah, and then see how things work out, and then maybe Christine and I can do this the whole time. But we're still trying to work on the logistics of everything to see what works for everyone. So.
Still liking the shorts, people. Am I turning into a short trader? What's happening to me?
You sound like Austin. Trying to call the top.
Yeah.
But here, I'm gonna just get this. Let's see here.
I'm down $100 on 2 combines, which I'm pretty pleased about, to be honest.
But didn't you take? Oh, I guess because you took
I only
half
hit
off
for 5, and then I kept my stop. So I think it gave me $100 profit because I had 20 micros, and my stop was, I think my original stop was about $325, but when it took off 5, it moved itself to around $225. So yeah, I mean, make the math work. But somehow I'm down $100, which I'm very happy with.
Okay, so let's do this giveaway. And Nina, for you joining us today, you actually got an extra entry, so. We got the list here. Can you guys see this?
Oh, I can see it. Someone's gonna win.
Yeah, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Let's go. Oh, I should probably be.
This was for the accounts. What is it? The Straight Funded Pro?
Yes.
Account?
Yes, one straight.
So anyone that bought from you is entered into this draw.
Yes. And Tara.
I was gonna say she needed it.
Tara
She needs
won.
it.
Oh, well. I'm sorry, Nina, you didn't win. Hopefully next time. And to everyone else that supported, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna. This looks like Chop
It's like the
City.
end. This looks like I was still.
Are we-
Wish I was in my short.
Unfortunately, Tara's not here, so
Have to
I
message
wish I could forfeit this and redo the giveaway, but I can't because this giveaway was for before. But when we do the ones on stream, if you're not here on stream when we do the giveaway, you obviously you won't get the giveaway.
Nina. It's okay.
But you know what,
Next
Nina?
time,
Just
Nina.
Nina, just tune in on the streams and check it out. And I'm going to be giving away accounts, so obviously, you see how many people are here today, so the odds of winning are great. And over time, those odds of winning are going to get worse and worse and worse because more people are going to start watching. So, well, when I did my first giveaway, you had a 1 in 13 chance of winning, and today it was 1 in 30.
Nice.
So,
I won your first
yeah.
giveaway. One of the accounts.
So, and you won a challenge account, not even a funded account.
Correct.
So what I want to do is I want to give away. I'm trying to just get some challenge accounts to give away, and then hopefully once we get the stream bump in, we'll give away. We'll just start doing some funded accounts.
Nice. Love it.
But I think we should wrap it up here. Christine, are you still looking at anything?
I will probably go grab a coffee and then I'll see what's happening. I'm definitely in the range plan unless it really breaks out and shows some extension. So I'll be looking for some type of range trade, but maybe nothing, maybe something, who knows.
Okay.
I'm
Well-
still in my combines. I haven't touched my funded today, so I'll wait for a better day for me until I can see it a bit clearer to trade my funded account.
Well, enjoy your day, and everyone, guys, I really appreciate everyone showing up. Nina, Keith, Jose, Brandon, Ack, Christine, Scott, everybody that showed up and joined in the chat. This was awesome, and yes, we'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow, and then Christine's gonna be back on Thursday with me. So
Thanks, Keith.
once I can get a triple screen set up, how to figure out how to get 3 people on, I'm pretty sure Christine would have came back tomorrow too.
Yeah, gotta get Thomas on too.
So that's Thomas. I'm gonna have a discussion with today and see how he's feeling about. He's not loving the whole streaming thing right now, so.
Oh, he's not? Okay, I was gonna say maybe he could come Thursday, but
Yeah, so that's what. So I'll ask him.
okay.
I can
Stay
hear
safe
Miles
out
going
there,
nuts.
everyone.
Yes,
Don't
guys.
blow all your profits from yesterday. I'll say that.
Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. And yeah, thank you, Christine, for joining me.
Hey, bye.
Bye.